Welcome to my second video. My name is Jensen. If you've seen my first video, you might notice that I've gone a different direction with this one. I've got some video editing software, and I even wrote a script. I do hope you enjoy watching it all come together, the picture as well as my content as a whole. Today I'm drawing a woman using the Thule Art acrylic paint pens. These pens are far and away the best acrylic markers I've ever used. The range of color and the final texture are truly unmatched. I mostly use the Earth and Skin set in extra foin, but I haven't tried any set that I haven't liked. I, like many artists over the past few years, have fallen into a deep love for paint pens. I love how opaque they are and how quickly a picture can come together, looking finished in no time at all. I had loads of fun with Posca, but I never felt like their palette was made for me and what I like to draw. I'm a sucker for muted colors. I often find myself thinking something like, I need a new brown, one that has green undertones, but not too green, a gray, green brown to complement my dusty rose brown. I don't really like to use full-on black. I avoid it for the most part. I much prefer using a dark contrasting color so it reads as black, but still works with the palette. It's all about the undertone, baby. But I digress. I'd been wanting to make a new video for quite a long time, but I kept hesitating, frozen in insecurity. What if everyone hates my art, hates me? I got stuck on how I would present myself. What if I try to act professional but it comes off as boring? What if I try to be funny and it comes off as negative? Everyone says just be yourself, but who am I, really? Who am I? I'm sensitive, but that's not such a bad thing. It's good to be vulnerable, and really, what's more vulnerable than posting your art online and talking about it? But there I stayed, frozen, because I wanted to improve first. I wanted to be perfect before I turned on the camera. I wanted the perfect lights, perfect measurements, not a line out of place. But I'm not perfect, not in body, skill, or mind. Why would I wait for something as unobtainable as perfection while the real opportunity passes me by? I try to work on not being so hard on myself. I tell myself that I'm allowed to love myself and love the things that I create. The real goal here is to put myself out there, not to work endlessly at something that would inevitably destroy me. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to suck at things. Just try. Most of my life has been lived in fear of rejection. But as I've gotten older, I've been rejected anyway. But I lived. Everything still turned out okay. So why would I continue living my life dancing around that fear when in the end you could still be rejected even if you were fighting with everything in you to prevent it? If none of that truly matters, then just spread your little bird wings and fly, fall, get back up, and fly again. When I'm old and gray, I want to look back at my life and think, wow, I really did that. I don't want to feel, oh, if only I'd uploaded that second YouTube video onto YouTube. So here I am, uploading that second video. Maybe you, the viewer, will see this and come away with the same feelings. You'll upload your first and second videos, and then we can become lifelong best friends. Anyway, back to the subject of the video. Portraits are my favorite thing to draw. All the fun of design and expression without the fuss of posing and anatomy for the body. The absolute chokehold that the 3/4 view has on me. I thought it would be the perfect kind of picture for my second YouTube video. It helped me shake off any nervousness I was feeling because it's so familiar. Of course, I try to branch out and work on other subjects, architecture, flowers, bugs, natural scenery. I love those too. I like learning how everything fits together. But where I truly shine most in my art is drawing cute portraits of girls, and I'm not ashamed in that. Not every picture has to be a big statement. It's really fun to draw something in your comfort zone. It's fun to draw from reference. I feel like true artistry is to revel in all parts of it. It's good to work on improving your skills, and it's also good to just play around and relax. And you can use your chill drawing time to develop the little detailed things like different nose shapes, how realistic versus stylized you want it to be, different color palettes, tiny little changes that you're able to work on. That way, whenever you do feel like tackling something big, you feel ready for it. You're warmed up from all that relaxing you did. My favorite colors to use are blue, purple, and green. Blue is by far my favorite color. especially Prussian blue. I'm for real, I could use it in every single picture. A little Prussian blue, a little Naples yellow light, bam, that's a whole palette right there. So freaking great. But like most people, I wanted to explore new horizons. So I've started leaning more on reds, oranges, and purples as of late. I'm in my magenta arc. I love the way all the pinks go with the purple and orange on the skin. It feels so dreamy, onirique as the French would say. As I mentioned before, I've been really enjoying paint pens. My other favorite mediums are gouache, oil, and alcohol markers. I've been drawing all my life, but I followed my first how to draw anime tutorial when I was around 10 or 11, because I loved Sesshomaru so freaking much. Then Death Note came out and it was pretty much game on from there. I drew all the time growing up, but once I hit adulthood, months would go by and I hadn't drawn a thing. I know many can relate to that, literally, like why do we feel ashamed for not creating art? But I always come back to it, and like an old friend, it comes back into my life so easily. I wonder, why did I stop doing this every day? My soul feels happy when I'm making something. There is no comparable satisfaction to seeing a picture you've just completed. No comparable sense of pride and emotion to looking through your old sketchbooks. When I look at my old stuff, I don't think about how rough the anatomy is or how much better I could have done anything. I think back to where I was in that moment in time, who I was. I remember the feeling of every paint stroke. It's a piece of me immortalized, and that's pretty freaking cool. Just me getting down, smearing colors around. That's what life is all about. One of my friends brought up the concept of hobbyitis to me recently, and that is literally me. I would say one of my favorite hobbies is finding new hobbies. Over the last year, I've learned cello, a little guitar and piano, knitting, and crochet. It's hard to find the time and energy to keep up with all of them, so I find that I pour myself into just one at a time. Because of all of this, I was thinking of making my channel not just a painting channel, but a general arts channel. That way I don't have to feel like I'm stuck in one hobby while still being able to make a third or fourth YouTube video. Sound off in the comments if you want to see some knitting content. Speaking of content, my username is JNSN, which is like my name but without the vowels. I picked it because when I'd mark things as mine, that's what I generally write. But I don't know about y'all, but I've always struggled with picking names. I've gone through so many different usernames over the years. I've never thought of one that really feels like me. So for now, it's Jensen, because that's just my name, so that's literally me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and hearing a few of my thoughts. I hope that you have pleasant dreams and get home safe. Thank you.